I've had dreams before, but this particular experience was the scariest of them all. Is that even proper English? What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Claire and I'm coming to you live from Eldoret, Kenya. If you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always clicking to watch my videos. I see your messages, I see those people who support me here, and I am so grateful, guys. I am so grateful. The title suggests I'm gonna narrate to you guys a story of the worst dream I've had in my whole life. So one thing about me, I'm a dreamer. I will always dream. I have frequent dreams, both good and bad dreams. And one thing I've mentioned on this channel before, I don't know if you guys have heard, sometimes I get prophesied to through dreams. How can I put that? Like, sometimes I can dream and then that thing happens in real life. Like, it has happened in so many instances, and whatever I dream, like, it happens exactly the same way in real life. So I don't know how you can call that. I believe there are some people who don't are not really keen on such issues, but I feel like they should be put into consideration. Dreams communicate a lot. For me, I never take my dreams for granted. I have a dream, I have to make sure that I analyze what the dream was about and if it could possibly have a meaning. Yeah, that's just me. I know it sounds weird to some people, but trust me, dreams communicate a lot if you pay attention. Before we proceed, let's get right into the video. This incident happened at a time when I was living by myself, and I was living in a two-bedroom house by myself. So I had frequent dreams before, bad dreams, but I would just ignore, I would just ignore, pray about it, and then that's it. So this particular day, and one thing, guys, before even that day, I had had a series of, what do we call it? People call it sleep paralysis. You know how when you sleep and then you can't feel your body, but your mind is awake? I had had like two instances before this particular incident, and it was not that gross. Like, okay, for me, I did not take it seriously as such. So this time it happened again. So I've had frequent instances of sleep paralysis, but I think the last one stopped, I think, 1 year ago. Recently, I've not had that. So as I was sleeping, I couldn't tell what time it was at night. So suddenly, uh, I just felt strange. I couldn't move my body, I couldn't move my eyes, I couldn't say anything, and my body was so cold, and I could feel the presence of other creatures in that room. Okay, yeah, I know this sounds weird, but trust me, guys, I'm narrating exactly how it was. So, and it came to me that it was two people. Not I don't know if I should call them people or what, but I had a feeling that they were two. So where I was sleeping, like my bed head was right at the window that way. Okay, so when I was sleeping, I just felt strange because I wanted to help myself, but I couldn't. I wanted to move my fingers. I wanted to open my eyes. I wanted to talk. I wanted to wake up and turn on the lights for the fear to go, but I couldn't. So, in these instances, what happens? Your mind is awake. Like, you can feel there's something happening, but you cannot help yourself. So I remember the other two instances that had happened, and from advice from people that I got, when such a thing happens to you, you just have to pray from your heart. So in my heart, I was like calling Jesus, 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 please help me. I couldn't like whisper them or talk out, but in my heart and my mind, that is what was going on. So I was just like praying to God. I'm like, Jesus, help me, Jesus, help me. And it's not like I just prayed like that and everything changed. No, it took a while. I could probably 10 minutes of me praying, of being helpless, guys. You can't even scream. So I kept praying, praying, praying in my heart and my mind. And then, before even things got all right, I suddenly felt like, they were both standing. I could feel that they were both standing where my feet were, like at the end of the bed where my feet were. And then suddenly I felt like one of them walked to my bed head. So you know how I sleep, like my bed head, he was right here. I felt like he came and stood right there. And at this time, I'm trying to help myself, but I'm so helpless. Yo, I even feel like tears want to come out of my eyes, guys. When I remember how scared I was that night, gosh, it was crazy. So yeah, I kept on praying, and I was wondering, what is this? What are they gonna do to me, Because now I can't do anything. I was thinking of all sorts of crazy stuff in my head. And at some moment, after some time, of course, I think this incident happened for like 15 minutes in total. That's a long time when you're in a terrible position. Yeah, so after a while, I felt like my body could move. So I woke up really quick. It was still at night. I turned on the lights. I didn't even remember to check the time. I was still in shock. So I turned on the lights and I couldn't sleep for the rest of the night. And I'm telling you guys, I just felt like I was not alone in my room that night. Yeah, I had a strong intuition that something or some stuff was there in the room with me. I can't really call them people. I don't know what to call them, guys. Yeah, it was so scary. And from that day, whenever I'm in a room by myself, I don't turn off the lights because I'm so scared of that incident happening. Okay, I know it can happen even if the lights are on, but it just got me scared. So I don't turn off my lights. And I woke up praying. I really prayed. I really prayed. And that was the last instance since it happened to me. Because someone told me that I needed to start praying. So I asked around, I asked my friends what they thought about the situation, and they were like, some spirits that are around that house. For me, I know spirits exist. Though some people don't believe, for me, I believe that spirits exist. And I believe that we are not the only people in this earth. There has to be some other creatures. You understand? Okay, yeah. So, up to date, I am still sure that on that night, I was not by myself in that room. I just have a very strong intuition, and I know how I felt, guys. I know how the incident was. Someone out there might think, I'm just blabbing or I'm just, talking, saying silly stuff. But until it happens to you, is when you will realize. And um, I'm not the only one who has experienced sleep paralysis. I've had a couple of friends who have had the same instances as well. And I don't know, there is a lot of misconceptions around this issue. I really don't know how to explain what sleep paralysis is all about. I don't understand, but I'll definitely do more research on that. But what I'm sure of, it's a real thing, and people go through it out there as well. So if you have never experienced that, then you might not understand. But for those who have experienced it, will know exactly what I'm talking about. That was the scariest. And maybe you can just let us know in the comment section, guys. Do you experience such stuff, or am I in my own world? Have you ever experienced sleep paralysis? And what do you think about sleep paralysis? I was told it's a demonic thing. And I'm glad that it has never happened to me again since that day. And I'm hoping it never comes back because it's a very terrible situation to be in. So, among other dreams that I've had is that there's this thing that, you know how your soul comes out of your body? There's a name for that thing. I just forgot about it. Please remind me the name of that, where you feel like your soul. Okay, there's some people who have had their souls like I don't know how they put themselves in that position. Your soul comes out of your body and you experience another life somewhere else. I don't know what that is. So one day I was sleeping and I felt like something wanted to come out of my body. I felt like something was coming out of my body, but I got scared and I woke up quickly. So it didn't happen. I explained that to my friends and they told me it could be that particular thing where your soul comes out of the body and then it experiences other stuff out there. Can you guys just remind me what that is called? There's a name for it, I just forgot about it. And I've actually had one of my friends who has experienced that in her life, like her soul came out and all that stuff. Like it's so complicated. I can't explain that because I really don't know much about it. Okay, there's a time I used to sleepwalk in primary school. Guys, now let me tell you about this. So we used to sleep, and I used to sleep in a story dormitory. So there were 3 floors, and I used to sleep in the second floor. So we had the front stairs and the back stairs. I would run up and down like the back stairs, shouting colors and all that stuff. And most of the time, even my dorm members, they used to be scared, like, and they in the morning they used to tell me that, Claire, at night you did this and this. Claire, you scared us at night. Claire, why do you sleep? Or Claire, why do you do this? But I'm like, no, I don't do that. Like, when I do that, like, it's like I don't feel myself. And most of the time in the morning when they tell me about it, I'm like, no, that was not me, because I don't remember doing such a thing, you know. But I knew that it was true, because most of the girls were telling me that. Most of them were telling me that. Like, I would even run in the corridors. You know how, like, the dorm is? There's beds on this side and beds on this side, and then there's a corridor right in between. I would run front and back in that corridor for many times. And one day my friend told me, so we had graveyards at the back of the dormitory where it was dark, and my friend was like, one day you'll find yourself going in that direction. So I was like, what should I do? And she told me, you need to go to the chaplain, explain to her what is happening, and maybe she can pray for you. Trust me, guys, I went and got prayed for, and since then it has never happened to me. I've never sleepwalked again. But sleepwalking is also a real thing. Like, I don't remember doing it myself, but everyone at school used to tell me that it was really happening. So I guess your body gets into another state. I don't understand. So those are just a couple of dreams that I've had that really scared me. The first one was the scariest, and then these two. So other dreams I've had are just about snakes, and sometimes there's a dream I had that it was kind of a prophecy. That one, I'll talk about it when that thing has been fulfilled. But trust me, it was so clear to me that this was going to be a turn of events. Okay, so yeah, I know that was weird to some of you, but trust me, these are things that happen. You can do your own research and get to know more. And I'm happy that I'm not the only one who has experienced this stuff. As a matter of fact, mine is even nothing. Mine is just a drop in the ocean. There are some people who are going through strange stuff out there. So yeah, that's basically it. You can just let me know about your experiences so far. If you've had weird dreams, if these things have happened to you before, and even if you still don't believe in this stuff, still comment down and let us know. We don't judge anyone. Everyone has their own experiences, and that's just it. So that's it from me, guys. I gotta go now because I have some errands to run. I just thought I should pop out and connect with you before I move. And one of my major plans this year or resolutions was that I'll be very consistent on YouTube. Okay, so even if I'm not going out there to get content, I'll still find a way to connect with you guys, because I want to keep my family and my tribe intact. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video, and until then, you guys stay safe.